What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 451 of D&E Takeover. Like you see in the headline of today's show, it's not just D&E Takeover here today. It is a World Cup episode, so stay tuned. Also, some other fun games at the end. But it's also a Primetime with Phil episode. Phil is here from Primetime. Appreciate you popping out, Phil. Round of applause for Phil, ladies and gentlemen.
Phil!
Back. The dynamic is back. The dynamic duo in terms of two I don't want to say companies. They're not really companies, but two podcasts coming together and making it into another episode. This is like what, our fourth one of together with Primetime?
Something like that.
Third, fourth, something like that.
I think it's
Four?
four.
Wow.
We're on the rise, bro. We're on the rise, and together we're be moving up together, bro. It's gonna be a fantastic story.
I just still think it's crazy how it just meet on the internet. That's it.
Yeah.
Meet on the internet.
That's so bad, though.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just weird.
Right away.
We gotta meet in person one day. But I tell you what, really quick. How is everybody doing today? I gotta ask the question. How's everyone doing today?
Bro, I'm tired, bro. I had to wake up for work 7 to 4. I went to the gym afterwards. I'm pretty shot. Bedtime soon. How are you doing?
I'm gonna save my answer for that after. Let me hear what Phil has to say. Phil, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I started my day. I wasn't actually feeling well, so I was like, you know what? Today's also, Argentina's taking on England. I figured, let me just call into work. Let me just take a little call, not go in, watch the game, and I gotta say, I want to say I called it. I was in chat on Monday, and I called Argentina versus Spain.
You did.
And David was like, "No, it's gonna be a rematch. It's gonna be a rematch against France, Argentina." and there it is. And
it wasn't just me.
Eric.
I had Argentina winning. I could never doubt. Listen. Let me tell you how I feel today. Today I feel Argentinian. Today I woke up today and I was walking. I felt I just something was different about today. The moment I woke up and I see that Argentina was playing England at 3:00. I was like, today we're gonna witness a historic game. A game where one of two things is gonna happen. Either one, England's gonna book their first World Cup final since 1966. Or we're going to see Messi go back-to-back in World Cup finals. Today, this Messi is my guy, bro. Messi is my guy, bro.
You know what?
I can't wait to talk about it. I'm feeling great. Fantastic.
You know him?
Absolutely fantastic.
Orange. Yo, bro. Is this that type of show? Over that, bro.
Yo,
that's crazy.
This guy comes in. I've never seen this before. Phil, he's asking for yours, bro. He wants to see it, bro.
Me?
Bro. Yes, bro. It has to be you, bro.
No. We cannot do this. I have a reputation now online. I cannot be spewing this type of stuff anymore.
Hey. Before we got online, remember what David said before we got online? What were you gonna do?
I remember that.
Hey, he didn't say what it was gonna be. So I'm just saying.
Listen, all I'm gonna say, there's no witnesses, there's no recordings, nothing. So whatever you say, I have my word against yours.
No. I'm not trying to frame you. I'm just saying what you said. It corresponds.
That's why I was like, "There's no way." That's why there's no way that they're listening, man. They're listening. They came in and they heard.
Bro, but before we get into the bread and butter of what we're gonna be talking about, we have people in the chat right now. They need to be acknowledged. Speaking of which, Jay's in the building. Shout out to Jay. Appreciate popping out.
What's good?
Jay said, "Oh no, Primetime in the house. This should be good." Listen, you already know when there's a Primetime episode with D&E Takeover, it's gonna be bomb, and not bomb like a bad way, bomb like gas. Like this is gonna be a great show. Shout out to Dirt. McCurt.
Why did you
appreciate popping out? He said, "My boy, what's going on, my guy? Hopefully, hit that like button, subscribe as well, and join the fam." Jay also said, he said, "Meet on the internet. My dating life from 18 to 21 was like a game of Russian roulette, hoping you get lucky and not getting robbed." Damn. Or you support so many Nigerian princesses and princes. That's scary stuff.
Send me your bank account details.
Damn, and they're still scamming people to this day, man. I got to give them to them. Sometimes you just look at it and you're like, damn, this is messed up that they're doing it. Yeah, I agree with that. But then when they keep on getting successful at it, I'll be like, can't hate the player.
Dude, scammer gets scammed. Simple as that.
Scammer gets scammed, buddy. That's what you get.
Scam or get scammed out here, man.
Damn. Shout out to Marcus. Marcus is in the building. Marcus says, so Eric is feeling racist today. Got it. Yes, sir. He's Argentinian. That's what he said. He's feeling racist.
Oh
today.
My gosh. So I guess every Argentinian is racist now. Okay.
I mean,
okay.
Honestly, majority of them are.
No. I will say this. I am here for Messi. I'm here for the team. I'm here for Messi though. I do not condone what the Argentinians are actually doing. Because there is way too much evidence on Argentina being like calling people a lot of different things. You know what I mean? We got a whole new rule in freaking created because of an Argentinian.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, it wasn't even followed because Argentinian players literally covered their mouth multiple times in previous games, and they didn't get any cards, which is crazy to think. That's the rule that they had, and it doesn't apply to them.
Yep.
I didn't see that happen.
Yeah,
I didn't see that happen.
It was over. It was all over. I'm not even.
You gotta show me those.
I have it saved somewhere. It's from 2 games ago or last game.
David has every single reel that says it's rigged for Argentina saved in his phone somewhere.
Bro, it's my algorithm. I can't help it. It's my algorithm.
No, you can't help it, actually. You can't control your algorithm.
I'm not going to say I'm Argentinian and I love him. I'm like, I don't. That's simple.
It's custom crafted. It's a custom crafted algorithm. He worked for years on that.
Oh my gosh.
But Marcus says, yeah, wild comment, not from me. What? Yeah, Marcus, listen, we got to get some more wild comments in the chat right now. You already know it's a great show when the
crazy.
Wild comments come out.
Wildin'.
Dirt said, what do y'all think about I Show Speed this World Cup? Dude switches teams every game, doesn't know the player's definition of a bandwagon poser, then wonders why fans throw SHIT at him. Eric, I Show Speed.
In my opinion, I think it's actually I think it's funny because I think fans throw stuff at him because every single game he's been to where he's wore a jersey, the team has lost for the most part in the knockout stages, which is kind of like, yo, don't put on the jersey, please. Like, root for the other team.
Right.
At the same time, like, I think it's good that someone like Speed, even though he is a casual, but he has such a big platform and he's going to these games and he's bringing attention to our sport in America, which is a big thing because it's not respected here. So, like, I don't really care. I find it funny. I don't really care. Real ball, no ball. It's
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to know how much he got paid for though to do this because he was working with FIFA.
Probably a boatload. What do you think, Phil?
That check may have been blank. I'm not gonna lie. They may have just given him a blank check and say, "What do you want?" Because I think Speed especially, also not just nationally for the U.S. but internationally too. He's huge. So, I mean, I would argue probably most like well-known streamer among that kind of like just in terms of video games and sports combination. It's just he's very iconic. Like Speed is a very recognizable brand and persona. That maybe they gave him. They gave him quite a bit, I'm sure.
They gave him definitely multi-mils, I'd have to say, something like that.
But, I mean, you do that, and then also he's performing at halftime now. Which is another... Yeah, they confirmed that he's performing at halftime, which is... I don't know how I feel because now the halftime show is becoming like a 30-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute like show. Guys, for the love of everything, dude, if they didn't learn from when they did in the Champions League final. Soccer fans do not want a halftime show. They do not care. I would have been cool with like a 5-minute, 10-minute little thing, like nothing crazy, but like 30 minutes? Yo, you're bound to get boozed. You're bound to get boozed.
And it's crazy because soccer is one of those sports that doesn't do that. And the fact that they incorporated it just shows that it got Americanized real quickly. And also just the fact that it's like, I'm against that halftime show in terms of for soccer because of international fan base. I'm okay if you do it for the Super Bowl. I'm okay if you do it for NBA because you're in America and you're following American artists that understand the language and know how to speak English in a sense, right? But then you go internationally, like we don't have the same favorite artists that they do in freaking Spain, Portugal, Argentina. Like this, it's just not real. I'm not saying they don't listen to that music, but it's just not the same as it would be if we were here. I will say there's only one exception though, and I think everyone agrees with me on this one. I know it's Jay Biebs, right? It's Justin Bieber performing.
Yeah, he's performing,
which is not a bad shout. I think he's known well around the world. But I would say if Coldplay, that's my only argument for being favored towards that, because of the fact that everyone around the world knows Coldplay, and they go to you look at all their concerts in Germany, freaking Japan, they are packed out, and everyone knows the song. That's my only thing.
What do you think, Phil? I'm thinking about this. I gotta think about
this. Honestly, I don't know why, but because that was my initial thought, was the first thing is, okay, you got so many different countries to try to put someone on there that like everyone can kind of kind of resemble with, as opposed to like just being in the United States and having someone who's pretty already well known within the country. My first thought, honestly, Shakira.
Yeah.
I think Shakira wouldn't be bad. I think Shakira would be a good one to do.
Yeah.
I mean, she is performing as well. So it's like, I'm not going back to what David said about like the westernization, like they're like westernizing like the game, kind of like they're trying to make it like more like because it's in America. I guess you can have all the halftime shows and all that, but like I think the best one is, as long as the song that's being performed is this person that made the World Cup song, which is Shakira, like the main one.
Yeah,
I think that's where it lands. But like to do all these other people, I don't know. To be told, I'll watch it, but I'll probably be thinking about something else at the time too. So like, it's gonna be Argentina versus Spain. I'm gonna be sweating. I don't know who I want to win the final. I'm just here for footy, bro. Just how everyone else
gonna be able to watch it, bro.
You're not gonna be able to watch it.
I'll sneak it, but I'm not going to be able to watch it.
Yeah, hell no. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing in this world would stop me from watching this final. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not. Honestly, it happened last World Cup between France and Argentina, where I was watching at work, and that wasn't even like actual watching it because of the fact that it was busy, and I'm just like, whatever. Like, it gets to a point where like if my team's not in it, I'm just like, yo, boys, have fun and just do whatever you want and come back with the trophy.
Man, you can't say that though, Dave. You can't say that. You're a soccer fan. You know what I mean?
I am. But like I told you today on text message, I'm taking a break from emotional state in sports. I'll watch it as just for fun, but I'm taking my emotional stage away for watching sports, just because of the fact that it's like, A, I don't control the games, so I can't get pissed off when something happens. And B, at the end of the day, it's just like people are going to troll. They're going to say whatever they want. And it shouldn't affect me because I have no like influence in any aspect of what that team does. Both teams.
So Phil, just a little insight. And for everyone that's listening to insight, this happens every single time the outcome does not go David's way, or David, like, it's too close. Like, it's too much of a stressor. So David's like, you know what? I'm just choosing peace. I'm choosing my mental health. I'm choosing peace, and none of this matters anymore.
Bro, like, mental health is so important, bro. I'd rather choose my mental health over a sports game, bro. Screw this.
A guy like me, I'm losing the mental health on the game. I'm going balls to the freaking wall. If it happens, it happens. You go through it, and then you find it afterwards.
See, I look at it. If my team loses, I'm like, I kind of get upset because of the fact I'm just like, bro, like, I really like. I get to a point where like when Portugal got eliminated, I was upset. I was like, yo, this sucks, blah, blah, blah. But then another part of my brain, like after the 5 minutes, I was like, brother, I can't even play there and influence the game. If I was on the field, okay, I can react this way. But I couldn't even do anything. I'm coaching from my couch, and they can't even hear me. There's no microphones. I'm not the head coach. I have no influence.
That's the beauty of it, though. When Brazil lost, I literally wanted to cry. It was finished. Oh, it was finished for me, bro.
All right, let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot of comments, and we have a lot of opinions from Phil that I want to get into.
You definitely have a lot of opinions.
I gotta say,
Philia's
too.
in the building. Appreciate popping out. Have a great show. Thank you so much, Philia. Shout out to Ray. Appreciate popping out, Ray. He said, He said,
Start this. He said, "Get it going."
he said, let's go. He said, "Vamos." Dirt said, he said, "I agree with y'all on speed. Cool that he's bringing recognition and being respectful to the disrespectful people. Unlike Plaque Boy, who is not even a fan of the game and disrespectful to other fans." What is that?
I don't know. You know Black Boy Max, the streamer, or no?
Nah.
Phil, you know him or no?
I've never heard of him. Maybe I've seen a clip, but I'm not familiar.
So, well-known streamer. Like, he's a very well-known streamer, but he was caught. There was a clip. He's at a game. He had a wig on he was supporting Norway when Norway was in the England game, and he got into it with a England fan, and you could just tell like it was just he's just a little too much, doing a little too much at the game, and ended up getting kicked out of the game because of it. And it was like, if you watch the clip back, like you'll see like some people just don't understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know you talk. I think I've seen that clip.
He's makes music. He makes music too, but it wasn't the most pleasant thing to watch. I will say that much. I'm definitely undermining it right now because I don't want to spend too much time on it because it was just stupid. But he was bugging out at the game, like straight bugging out of the game, cursing his head off, screaming while everyone's watching the game. It's like, bro, like,
yeah, it's so crazy.
Just doing too much.
It's crazy the stuff that we go through, people go through just to be famous. Like I would never do that just to get views. I'm sorry.
But at the end of the day, what was going on? It's like, yes, everyone screams at sporting events and stuff, but when you're screaming the whole match and you're trash talking to the team, other things of that nature, like it's happening the entire match. It's like, bro, you can obviously tell who's been to a game before and who hasn't been to a game before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. And Eric, we know that firsthand because when we went to the Brooklyn Nets game, we had the two freaking kids behind us hitting the freaking clappers, whatever they're called, and they're hitting it. It's not even a free throw, and they're smacking it. Although one guy got kicked out for saying fire Nico Harris. He didn't get Harrison. He didn't get kicked out, but the security guard said, "You gotta stop saying that." I'm like, brother, that's better than these two kids out here freaking hitting their freaking clappers back and forth.
Actually, bozos.
Oh, so crazy. Sorry,
but.
Phil. We're ranting.
That's very good.
Says, Phil's gonna sing the greatest 70s soul protest song for us at halftime. More is gonna be the best halftime show ever. Phil, you want to elaborate on that? What Marcus is trying to say?
You performing at halftime, Phil?
Me? Yeah. They got me out there. I'm gonna be up there with Speed. I'm very excited. I'm gonna be.
I'm upset because why don't I have tickets? What's going on?
Look, but
Phil,
it's next day air. It's next day air. It's coming tomorrow. I swear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'll be at MetLife in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? You let me know. I'm there. You know,
I'm gonna be coming out with like Rihanna with like the red dress, and I'm also gonna be like, I'm just gonna be like out in the rafters.
I think
I'm gonna have a big elaborate set.
That's
I'm gonna do it outside too.
If it works, it works.
Goodness. Go ahead, Dave.
Jay said he was practicing this morning, and that's why he wasn't feeling good and called in. Are you getting exposed right now? That's
I have a sore throat, man. That's why.
Yeah. Okay, sore throat.
Sore throat from singing all day. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna perform Rap God on the perfectly. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come out with. I'm gonna have my hair bleached too.
Ooh, that actually was fire.
So that means I'm gonna text our group chat on Saturday and to see if your hair is bleached. That's all I'm waiting for. Chat,
he's doing Sunday morning.
Wait, how about this? Yeah, Phil, I'm about to put you on the spot. How many viewers do we have to have in the stream at one time in order for you to bleach your hair,
bro?
Right now, I'm putting you on the spot right now.
Phil,
how many viewers do we have?
It should be like a million. Cause I would never
a million. All right, come on.
All right, how about? Can we hit? What about like we did like 100?
I think that's fair because me and David, 100? I think the highest we've ever gotten is like 40 at one point.
Yeah.
Because if we hit 100,
chat,
everyone starts making.
Wait, Phil, you shaking on that? Can you shake on that? you shake on that?
I'll shake on that.
Oh, okay. Chat. Listen. If we can get 100 viewers in here, the collab, Primetime and D&E Takeover right now, at least at one point, Phil will bleach his hair blonde.
I already regret doing this right now. Like I can already. Like I already got. I still have to do my Final Fantasy punishment. I gotta sit in the IHOP for 24 hours still. That and being blonde. Oh, bro.
Do you really? You still gotta
do actually
that?
have to?
I have to do it before the start of the season. Yeah, and I missed the time when I have all the. Well, because here's the thing. Okay, so I did not finish the regular season last, but we went into the bracket tournament, and all my guys got hurt or got benched towards the end of the year. So I was like, well, that's 3 straight losses.
Oh my god.
That's what got me in last. And I was just close to making the playoffs too.
Do you have to do you get like time taken off if you eat like pancakes or something?
Yeah, I get like an hour per pancake. But like even then I have to eat 12 pancakes and then sit there for 12 hours in the IHOP bathroom, getting rid of them all.
Yo,
I don't even like pancakes that much. Like I'm not a big pancake guy.
Hey man,
like,
just get the pancakes down and just get it done with. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it done.
Put me in a McDonald's. I'll eat 20 burgers and I'll be out in 4 hours. Like that, I would rather do than eat 10, 12 pancakes.
Oh my gosh, man! But listen, chat for everyone that's here right now. We got 8 viewers in the building. For everyone that's here, send the show to everybody that you know. Tell them to pop in, and we are trying to. If we reach 100 viewers at one point, Phil will dye his hair blonde for the final. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
Boys, let's get into some comments. I'm gonna go straight rapid fire. Ray said Argentina money line. He said Yamal, not a him. He said Messi races too.
Oh my gosh! Here we go.
All Argentinian team is. You know who definitely is?
Who?
Enzo Fernandez. He definitely is. He has the face of one. You could just tell by his face.
What? That's crazy.
No, 100%.
The face of one is crazy.
Bro, did you hear what Jude had some words after the game? I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
Jude had some words, and honestly, a lot of people in the chat were supporting Jude because they're like, listen, for him to crash out, he's like a well-mannered person. We definitely know Argentina did something. So honestly, yeah.
I'm so sorry. Well-mannered person, my freaking A. Jude be cussing his head off every game at Real Madrid. Nothing well-mannered about that.
He's nice. He's nice in the press conference.
In the press conference, on the field, no. Jude be cussing everybody out on the field. And the rest.
Draymond's nice in press conferences, man. I don't mean nice on the court.
Jude is not. I love it because I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like when I'm playing, I'm not the nicest person either because you're at war. But like Jude is not nice on the field. You be chirping for sure,
bro. Honestly, I'm nice to everybody on the field. We're playing. That's it.
No, hell no.
I'm not gonna rude to you.
I was the opposite. I'm the opposite on that spectrum, bro. It's me versus you, bro.
I'm not gonna disrespect you because of a game that we're playing. I'm sorry, I'm not doing
that. I won't disrespect you, but I'll make sure that you feel we're not friends by no means. Don't make it weird.
You said don't make sure you feel, and you paused. You said I'm gonna make you feel.
Right, what are you thinking about?
Phil.
What are you thinking about?
What's up?
Phil.
Who, me? I don't know.
She feels like a no for me, and it feels like no.
All right, boys, let's move on. Argentina equals Nazi FC is great.
Oh my
We are racist, but not that extent.
Oh no.
Jalen said, now David sounds like speed switching up and not caring, bro. I'm just so emotionally drained right now. He said Argentina equals Zionist FC. Oh, that's crazy. Loading screen. He said Jalen said streamers are the cancer of the entertainment of the youth. Depends what stream you're listening,
guys,
watching.
We're that's us. We're giving
no.
Guys, that's us.
We're educational, Phil.
Right. Yep. That's.
I just think it's so like you just put an OnlyFans model on an interview, and you're not even asking her questions. You're just sitting down looking at comments.
You know, David, we are educational, but like I'm pretty sure there's a button on our soundboard right now that just says farts. So like,
No,
it's like
Fart.
What?
at the same time, no, I think there's definitely certain streamers. If I had children, I would not let them watch until like a certain age because like it is brain rot.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Marcus says that put music in quotes. He said, I said that's when Eric turns around and grabs the clackets and pops them. That's honestly what we were about to do.
I don't even know what is a. This might be a dumb
Bro.
question, but what's a clacket?
Those things.
The one with like the hands.
Yeah, the ones that the kids behind us are using.
Oh, yeah. Those kids.
Is it no bleach? He dies. He's autocorrect, not dies. He meant dies. It Joker
just
style and
dead.
paints his face for the next prime time. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of dedication.
You know,
That's
funny
hard work.
story about that. I think like at one point in high school, I did go for Halloween as a Joker. Like
Meant
I
to
had a
be.
full Joker fit. I think the old post might still be on my Instagram somewhere. But yeah, I was once the Joker, and my girlfriend at the time was Harley Quinn. It was fine, but it was like
Yeah.
it was
Phil,
like
Phil, I might need that photo, Phil. I might need
Go-
that.
it's on my
on
own personal
Instagram.
Instagram. It's probably on there somewhere.
Yeah.
It was. I also looked kind of weird because I looked like I looked like almost like the Joker had a son and tried to raise him to be the Joker, but didn't like missed a couple of steps somewhere along the way. So it's just him.
Joker's like, my son's too nice to be evil, bro.
I look like a nice guy.
Oh my gosh, man!
Ray said, he said, worst take of all time, David. What did I say? What the
I
hell?
forgot.
I don't think during that time I said anything, bro. I wasn't even speaking at that time.
Hey, worst take ever, David. Worst take ever.
Damn. Oh
So
no, here we
bad.
go.
Yeah, here's a real Argentinian right here. If you want to attack someone, attack this guy. Get
He
him.
said Argentina's gonna win it all, bro. Real quick.
They
He
might.
said, Ray said, if they had a midget soccer league, I'm still watching. You talking about Lamine?
Oh no, he's saying that like for you not to care, like you're not really watching, like whatever it may be, because it's not, that's what he meant. Because then he said if they have a midget soccer league, I'm still watching.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna be watching this Sunday just for other reasons, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
I mean, I would want. I honestly, I don't even know if I want to watch this. I'm not even saying this to be rude. I'm just being genuine. Like, I don't even know if I really care enough to watch the World Cup final because I said this to Phil earlier on. These are the two teams that are in the final that just didn't want to win. So it's like watching your team. Like someone's gonna win. So it's like, who do I want to win? Honestly, I'd rather not watch the game and just see what happens and just be like, all right, cool. Because they're two teams I do not want to win.
I mean, I
So
I
probably
don't
want
really-
Spain to win,
yeah, I think you would want Spain more than
Yeah,
you would want Argentina.
unfortunately.
History wise too, you would want Spain because Argentina have 3 and Spain have 1.
Not even
So.
history wise. I'm talking about current events right now. I don't know.
Oh god! Oh, just wait till you get. Oh,
He said,
Oh.
Nah, you go in big boy style, eat 24 right there, and you pay and leave in an hour. There you go. There you go.
24. I am not Joey Chestnut. I'm gonna need my stomach pumped.
You're gonna eat 5 and then be like, "Oh no, this is dangerous. Oh no, we've
Eric,
done
it's
something
Eric.
wrong here."
Spanish, Eric.
He said, "Muchachos, ahora nos what is it? Volvimos. Does it say volvimos?
Volvimos.
I can't say that. Ilusión. My mom's gonna be so mad at me. Look, I can't even say it. He said, "Quiero ganar la cuarta." I hope I'm not saying anything bad.
Cuartas.
Wait, what if he? Oh, quiero ser campeón mundial. I know what that means. Yeah, man. Argentina campeón del mundo. All right, let me stop. I'm crashing now, guys. I'm
Marcus says he from England where cursing is saying thank you. He's well mannered and kind young man. Fair enough.
No, bro.
That
I've
makes
seen you
sense now,
terrorize
yeah.
refs. Like, no, bro.
Shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate popping out. Hope you're having a great day. Enjoy. Jay said midget soccer league. Now that's something to invest in.
The stream buy. Let's go.
Jay said,
Yeah,
look at the
that's true.
size of the pancakes were not specified, so you can get silver dollar pancakes. Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, Jay, there is a clause in there that silver dollars are only worth 30 minutes.
Dang,
All right.
bro.
They thought of everything, man.
Honestly,
They hate you, man. That's crazy.
That's worth it. The silver dollars during 30 minutes. I know I could probably eat like 12 silver dollars.
I think
If I get 12 down, I get 6 hours out, 18 hours. I mean, yeah, you gotta go clock in. It's like a doubles time shift at the I'll ask him if can I just work here for a day so I can at least make money. Like, I can wash dishes or something.
he said, "Let me go in the back and make the pancakes." How about that? How about
Ophelia said, Eric, read it. He has a lot of typos. Okay, good job. There you go. Eric. You got the mother approval, bro. Glad.
Yo,
there you
go.
I think on a regular serving, I could eat like 4 pancakes. So I think I could like get 8, and then at that point I'd be like, something's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but you just gotta start inhaling, bro. Just start inhaling the pancakes whole.
Damn,
I'm just not a fast eater. I'm not a fast eater. Here's the thing. I only eat food incredibly fast when it's absolutely delicious. It's not like how you're supposed to savor the food that you find delicious, but the stuff that I only think is okay, I kind of like take my time with it, and I'm like, man, because I don't want to eat it that badly.
We gotta make sure it's Aunt Jemima pancakes, bro. That you'll make you a scarf dad.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I need the syrup. Oh my god, the syrup needs to come back. Goodness,
boys,
gracious.
we have a limited amount of time, and I do want to get into these games. Appreciate everyone in the comments, but let's get into yesterday's game where we had France versus Spain. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. This is basically just Eric's hopefully unbiased analysis for some part about the games, because I know the next one you're gonna have a big bias in this.
No, I'm not.
Unbiased analysis on the game because I unfortunately could not watch the games. So this is Eric's trustworthy hands giving an analysis on the game. So France, Spain. Spain went 2-0.
Oh, hell no. We are not going to introduce me as, by the way, he might be biased. No.
Brother, you say this all the time. You said, now my bias side says, I'm like, brother.
I tell y'all. I said, right. Disclaimer, I'm about to be biased, and then now I'm going to be unbiased.
All right.
Yo,
first part.
Of all, I want to say, Phil, did you get to watch both of these games or no?
So I watched the entire, almost the entirety, because some stuff cut out of the Argentina-England game, and then I caught the second half of Spain versus France.
Okay. Quick question as well, David, before I answer this really quick. Phil, I wanted to ask you, because I thought about it while we was all talking. You're not a natural soccer fan, yes? This is kind of is this your first time watching, or where is
I've watched it before, but my level of knowledge is not as much with other sports that I've watched. But I've played when I was younger, and I kind of I understand generally the flow of the game and understand, I guess, little nuances in it. I just don't know players specifically deep very well. Rosters is kind of something that I don't have to a T.
So
in terms of flow of soccer, yeah, I have a decent.
Okay, and that's what because me and David, I think we talked about this in the other podcast. We was this is this is the best World Cup ever. Yeah, Did we say that?
Yeah,
did we agree on that? So I wanted to ask from your perspective, what do you think about this World Cup so far? Because it's coming from a different perspective in general. Me and David, we watch soccer day in day out type of vibe. You know what I mean? So what do you think about this World Cup so far?
I mean, I think two things, onefold for sure. I think, and this is a general thing. I think that's for a lot of people, but because it's happening closer to I think I don't remember the last time it was ever held in the United States. I don't know if it ever was, but I imagine it was, but I just don't remember it. I would have to see the way that the fact that it's here as opposed to overseas and say Europe, for example. It feels a lot closer to home, so it's a lot easier, I guess, in that sense to follow. And then I would also say in general, it's just been banger after banger. I enjoy watching a lot of these games. I think especially because, and a lot of the times when things get Americanized in sports, I don't particularly like it. But what I like is that the way, especially the United States, will attach themselves to certain teams or certain players and then emphasize the star power of those players. It gets you a little bit more invested and know a little bit more about those teams. So for example, I think personally for me, I'm like super like a normie on this, but Erling Haaland to me has been one of the funnest parts of the World Cup for me personally. Like when I was watching him play against Brazil, and I was like, oh my gosh, man, like he's gonna get a chance. Like he had one, I think it was like 65th, 70th minute where it's crossed down towards the far post, and he's diving at it, and he misses it by inches, and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna get one. I have a feeling, and that's like those kind of players, especially with him. I think even with like players like especially people who don't know a lot about the individual like roster construction, like I think Jude Bellingham got a lot. Like I think coming in, most people who had maybe not watched minimal soccer or hadn't watched soccer at all, maybe know Messi, Ronaldo, and Mbappe. And then outside of that, I think a lot of their like player roster sizes of players that they know like quadrupled. I think they could probably name 12 now as opposed to naming 3, which is a good like start. And like for me, I don't know, I don't have like, as someone who likes to just monitor a bunch of rosters and like some of the sports that I follow all the time, I like to like have that in my brain. So like now I'm just gonna be collecting all these players in my brain now with like knowledge scraps. So I'm gonna be another encyclopedia chapter. But I agree with you guys. I think this has been one of the best World Cups. I still think the entertainment value of this World Cup has been astronomical to me. It's been so fun to watch.
That's good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
I love that, man. And to now to dive into the Spain versus France game. Now, guys, I got this. Me and David were both working at the time. I just told I'm not gonna lie, I don't advise people to do this, but like I literally just told my job, like, yo, at 3:00, like, don't talk to me. I was like, I'm not like or not even that. I still had to work, but like at 3, I had the game on in the background. And let's just say everyone at the job, dude, you talk to, but it's funny enough, you talk to a lot of corporate people in general. A lot of them are doing the same thing at their job. Once the game comes on, everyone's watching. It's like, yeah, we're doing our job, but like, yo, the World Cup's on. But yeah, I have to say really quick, just to give my analysis. I don't really have a bias analysis on this because going into the game, like I had France winning, even though like, yes, I'm a Barca fan, Lamine Yamal, the whole 9. But at the end of the day, like I am a footy fan before anything. Like, or I wouldn't say before anything, but like I love the sport and I just want to see a good game at the end of the day. Now, granted, the times where like I want to see my teams win, I would say when I'm rooting for Barcelona, West Ham, Panama, like today, Argentina, like I was kind of a fan of Argentina today, even though like it was kind of 50-50 going into it. Brazil, like I'm there, but at the end of the day, I still want just everyone to like kind of just like win in general. What happened, David? David, talk to me.
Eric's boss is in the building.
Oh my god!
I did not hear what I think I did. Did I, Eric? Did I? Eric,
why does it look like
no.
Sam Darnold, dude? It looks
like
Sam
everyone
Darnold
down the hall is watching it too.
Is this Sam Darnold and JSN, his father and son?
But nah, I'd have to say before we went into this game, me and David had discussed like ways that France is going to win this game and ways Spain can win this game. And the biggest thing that we had said was the only way that Spain are going to be able to win this game is through their midfield. And let me tell you, that midfield won them the whole game. Defensively, they were phenomenal. They were very good. Don't get me wrong. But you have to also understand, like, the way France is built, and people said this going into the tournament, but I think a lot of us forgot about it the moment we saw France hit the pitch and score as many goals as they did and look as like electric as they did. We forgot what the idea was going into it. But France was the favorites, but everyone said it. The midfield was weak. The midfield that they had was weak. Between Rabiot, it was either Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni was out for most of the tournament, so it was either, I believe it was Kone, I think it was, in that middle of the park, David.
Yes.
And if not that, and then you had Elise at Cam. Now, Elise, obviously, Ballon d'Or contender in his own right. But defensively, that midfield is shaky. And they went against, in my opinion, the best midfield in the tournament. Period. Right? Rodri, in that game, he's been performing at high levels the entire tournament. You just won't be able to really see it because of the fact that Spain's play style doesn't jump at you out the screen. It's very much keep the ball, make the right decision, make the right pass, and slowly break down teams and keep the ball as long as you can. But Rodri, man, has been the glue for this team. The performance that he had against France, I truly believe is the real reason why they won that entire game. And it's because of the fact that it's hard for Mbappe to break down a team when you have Rodri in front of you, Pau Cubarsí in front of you, and Emerick Laporte in front of you. And you have to try to beat all three of those guys. Cucurella, we already talked about Cucurella in the sense of him being one of the best left backs in the world. Now you have to remove to Real Madrid. He is going to be solidified, if not this season, next season, as one of the best left back in the world, period. And it's not going to be a question anymore. Pedro Porro, really great game as well. Everyone on all cylinders. Mbappe was locked up, Dembele was locked up, and Barcola, Doué all locked up, and Elise was also locked up. And I think France really lost that game in the middle of the park because a team like Spain, you have to be able to press them because they keep the ball so well. And if you can't press them, they will break you down easily. Now, I do want to factor in that Saliba going down played what I believe to be a very massive point in this game. Saliba being, in my opinion, the best center back in the world, especially after this tournament. I think you solidify it. He's the best center back in the world, probably the best defender in the world. And for them to lose him was a big loss. However, I look at the first penalty. I saw a lot of people say it was soft. I understand where people are coming from 100%. But it is a penalty. Without I doubt, Luka Digne, it's a sloppy play. He goes to kick the ball. Lamine beats him to the ball, and he kicks Lamine instead. It's a foul, and it's in the box. So they give a penalty away. They score it, and then the next goal is just lousy defending. It's lousy all around. And I truly believe it comes down to the fact that their midfield got ran through, and they was not prepared. Yes, Spain played well, but I also think France did not play their best game, their best brand of footy. That was the first team that they versed this whole entire tournament. That was a top team, and they looked mediocre. They didn't look good enough. So, for me, call me crazy, but I think the better team is in the final. I think the more better constructed national team is in the final for that game. That's my take on it.
What do you think, Phil?
So earlier in the tournament, there's the matchup between France and Paraguay. And obviously there was a lot of controversy in that game with how physical Paraguay was playing against France. But I watched France that game, and to me, despite a team that matched them heavily in physicality, I said that's kind of the granted, I don't think Spain would necessarily play the way Paraguay did. At the same time, you're going to need to play better than you did against Paraguay if you want to actually win the tournament. Even though based on what Paraguay did, and it was very early, and I was kind of I was speaking with some people. And I said, I don't know. France feels a little fraudulent based on the way they played Paraguay. And if they have to run into Spain or if they have to run into someone stronger on the other side of the bracket come in the World Cup, I don't think they win that 7-8 times out of 10. And it looked that way, especially later in the game. And one thing that's huge, especially in a lot of these, with how these teams win, especially with Argentina winning against England, which we'll get into later, the time of possession battle was basically dead even between Spain and France. And if that's basically what Spain needed. Spain needed to make sure that at the very least they did not lose the time of possession battle to make sure France didn't get as many of their good looks. Because again, most of the time in the time of possession battles that France had against people, that possession difference was 8%, 10%, 12%. It was a large difference. And for them to basically be dead even and just one or two different sloppy plays inside either, say, the goal box or outside of just in the midfield is going to be the main difference. And I think that was just basically what happened. I mean, France just ran up against the defense. And Spain's defense has been no joke the entire World Cup. They've given up one goal, which is absurd. I mean, absurd to think about. So, I mean, they just ran into a wall there, and then not a player showed up when they needed them to.
You brought up a good point, Phil, about the Paraguay game, because I think a lot of people would just brush that game over and just look at it and be like, oh, you know what? Paraguay was playing hella aggressive and dirty that, France, they would have won that game if it was reffed better or they weren't allowed that many aggressive tackles or playing dirty, which rightfully so. You got a point to say that, right? Arguably.
Right.
But I think that's a good notion to look at, because that was the first time that we saw them versus a team that was aggressive towards them, and they looked kind of shell-shocked. other than that, I can't list one team in this tournament that they versed where they were playing. The opposing team was playing aggressive towards France. And I'm not talking about aggressive like fouling somebody constantly. I'm talking about aggressive like pressing up on somebody and making them uncomfortable. Like we saw that in the Spain game. Even when Spain was up 1-0, I saw the last 15 to 20 minutes of the game. I saw Spain up 1-0. I even saw the goal at the 58th minute as well. They were up 1-0 at one point, and France had no answer for the attack. Spain was controlling the midfield, like Eric said. They were pressing, and Spain looked like the team that was down 1-0, not France. That's all I'm trying to say. Like they looked like they were hungry for more goals, and once they got the second one, they're in the 90th minute, and I still see not one ball in the box from France. I see Spain on the counterattack and have majority of people, and they're about to take a shot and almost score. Like we're looking at a situation here where they versed a team that was more aggressive than them, and unlike Paraguay, they have the technical ability, they have quality players, and they got a great coach to lead them through the battle. So, I mean, when you have organization like that, Spain looked like they deserved the win. I didn't get to watch the whole game like I stated before, but very big shocker for me in my prediction. I will say that.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. When it comes to a certain point in tournaments, especially international tournaments, I think when I look at that France Paraguay game, I think what happened was you had a team that literally said we're going to defend the entire 90 minutes. And I think any top team in the tournament would have struggled against that Paraguay team. I also think Senegal was a team that also gave France that physical aspect in the group stage, but France was just better than them, and Senegal wasn't sitting in a low block the entire time, so France was able to break them down. So it's like that. But the aggressive aspect is there in that game. I just think truthfully what happened was like I think France did their job against Paraguay. They got over the line, and yes, it was shaky, but they figured it out. And any team can play that low block and they could come out with a win. That's how soccer is, in my opinion. It's like if you put all 10, 11 players behind the ball and just choose to defend the whole entire 90 minutes, that's extremely hard to get by, no matter who you are. So at the end of the day, if we're able to defend that long and get the penalties, then it becomes a 50-50 shot. You can end up beating anybody. But France did their job to do that, and then they went against Morocco the next game. And Morocco was like their first big test. And they passed pretty well. But even in that game, you could see, the Spain game that they had coming up next, if their midfield got ran through, it was done. They could not connect their defense to attack like in a progressive way, the way Spain could. In a progressive way, the way England can, the way Argentina can, the top teams in the tournament. They couldn't do it. And the reason they couldn't do it because they ran into a team that was genuinely able to be like, stop all that stuff right now. We're just as good as y'all. Simple as that. And I just think, France is what they are, and they have a massive, like a really, really good attack. But it just goes to show international tournaments, bro. I mean, we saw today, we were talking about the Argentina and England game, but we saw today, it does not matter. After a certain point, it does not matter who is on your team. It matters who's playing the best. And I'll prove that point when we talk about Argentina versus England. But to me, I think I look at France, and I can see them losing to England. If I'm being honest, England's defense isn't the best, but I can see them losing to England in the third place game just because of the fact that midfield can't dominate nothing. And I saw a bunch of posts on social media after the fact. A player, if he was in his prime and was still there, but he was on the bench the entire time, if they could have had Conte at a high level, that whole game is entirely different. Mm-hmm. That whole game is different. If they had Pogba still at his level, the whole game is different. France probably win that. You need someone to be the glue person. And Elise is too much of an attacker, so he's not the glue person. And Chouameni is good. Chouameni is not great. He's not Rodri great. He's not on Rodri's level. but he's good. Rabiot, we already know what Rabiot is. Rabiot's been playing well the entire tournament, and then the moment he went against a good team, disappeared. Simple as that. And we should all expect that, to be honest with you. So that's all I have to say on that game, though. Spain, congrats to them. Lamine Yamal, 19 years old, first World Cup, first final. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, you know?
I understand that's a big stat. And I'm not trying to discredit. I'm fully being unbiased here. So you guys can tell me all you want, but I'm giving like a genuine, unbiased opinion. Like a lot of like you just said, Lamine Yamal making the final, which is a great achievement. I'm not saying that. I'm not taking any credit away from that. But if we look at the impact that he had in this World Cup, it wasn't that big. I mean, I know he won the penalty for them against Spain, but if you look at his whole tournament, he only scored 1 goal, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had 1 assist, and that's all in this tournament. I think if you look at all the other players, like their striker, I cannot pronounce his last name. I'm so sorry, but he had there's other players I feel like that deserve more of the love, but obviously Lamine Yamal has the big name. Not even trying to hate.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can kind of see that, yeah. I mean, because to be honest, as someone I was watching Spain on the other side. I mean, definitely Lamine was mentioned, but I mean, that's a very deep and complete Spain team, like overall. Like that's why when it was in the group stage, when Cabo Verde tied them, that was a huge deal because of how highly Spain was ranked and how good they were. So to think about that team as a whole roster, yeah, I can kind of see that point.
It's so amazing I love that you brought that up, Phil, because it's so amazing how you look back at it. The 2 teams that are in the final, Cabo Verde tied one of them and almost beat the other one.
It's crazy.
It's crazy to think about how
Cabo Verde World Cup winner.
Yo, like it's crazy to think that Cabo Verde was moving like that, man. Cabo Verde put up a better performance, against Spain than France did. What? Now, granted, Spain got better as the tournament went on. Fair. Right. But, like, still, though, madness. Absolute madness. Now, I think anyone that's watching the games could easily tell that Lamine isn't the best player on this team this World Cup. I just think that, but we all know that this is the reason he gets all the plaudits is because of the fact that this is a massive, massive deal. And he is the biggest name on that team. And that's without a doubt. Rodri is the best player on that team right now. I want to guarantee you if Rodri was on that field, Spain would get washed. Or maybe not washed, but Spain would struggle heavily without Rodri. But I think another thing that I want to factor in for Lamine Yamal is the fact that he's going through that stage and that phase in his career that Mbappe had to face, that Messi had to face, and that Ronaldo had to face, where teams are constantly just sending doubles his way now. Whereas, like, if he beats one player, there's a player waiting for him on that side. And I think he doesn't know how to break that down just yet. But the moment he learns, it's actually
we'll get another one. We'll get another great one.
If he learns.
One other thing from the Spain game was I gotta be honest, Unai Simon too. I mean, there was a play that I really thought that it was going to start swinging back in France's favor because Simon had to come out way out of the keeper box to defend.
Yes,
and then he has to like retreat back to the goal box. I'm surprised France took as long as they did to get set, and then he's at the edge of almost the goal box, having to defend almost without his hands because he's outside of the box. And he settles it and then puts it in the goal box and picks up. Like, oh my gosh! If there was a play for France to break it open, that was it right there.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that good of a shot. I think Kylian Mbappe took that shot. Like, it looked like he didn't know what to do with the ball. It was a terrible shot.
It was Doué. It was freaking. It was Desiree Doué, bro. When that happened, my jaw dropped because I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're gonna let them back in this game." And Doué just shot it, and it was instead of like lofting it over with a little bit of pace. He just like tried to shoot it through the players. I think he just made bad contact or he just pissed himself. I don't really know. Like, one way or other.
I do want to give credit to Spain real quick. I want to give a shout out, not even to the team. I want to give a shout out to Luis de la Fuente, their head coach.
Yes.
A lot of people don't give this credit, and I even think a lot of people are even thinking this, but they definitely thought this at the beginning of the tournament. But when they put Simon in at goalkeeper, after Raya's fantastic season, because they have David Raya on that team, who had a great season for Arsenal, was in the Champions League final, one of the best, if not going to win, he's going to win goalkeeper of the year, right? And you don't start him. A lot of people were looking at that and saying that's a bad move from him. He's just goalkeeper of the year. Why don't you put him in? And look at this friggin' World Cup that Simon's having right now. So I give him props for sticking to his guns.
You know, and this is the last thing I'll say is I know we gotta move on. Just to piggyback of what you're saying, to give De La Fuente his credit. I'm of the opinion, whereas I still think Raya should be starting, but Unai Simon has done. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like he's still good enough to whereas you're not going to see it until he messes up, and then everyone's going to jump on it and be like, "Oh, we should have started Raya." So like you can't be mad at him. It's worked. It's worked. But where I want to give him even more plaudits for, and this coming from a Barca fan, yo, bro, this guy does not care who you are. If you don't fit his system, you will not play. Yo, when he benched Pedri the last 2 games for Fabian Ruiz to start, and it worked both times. Now, I'm not saying as a Barca fan, yeah, I'm like, dang, that like it's not a good look for Pedri, right? But Fabian Ruiz fits that system way better than Pedri does. And Fabian Ruiz also, as a football fan, again, I'm happy that he was able to get that because Fabian Ruiz gets disrespected in that PSG midfield alongside Vitinha and João Neves. A lot of people just don't think that Fabian Ruiz is a passenger. They think that he's just there and he's just able to be good enough. No, Fabian Ruiz is a very good midfielder. Very good midfielder. And for him to be benched, so now the balance between him, Olmo, and Rodri, it balances a little bit more because Pedri likes to keep the ball a little bit more, is a different play style. Now you have a situation where I was watching the France game. Bro, they dragged him off and brought Pedri on at like the 80th something minute or something like that. Imagine. You're France. You're trying to get back into the game. It's 2-0 down, and you see Pedri coming on the field. Brother, how are we gonna get the ball back? The ball control. Now we have Rodri and Pedri in the middle, and it's perfect management as well. They're up 2-0 already. You just keep the ball. Get the ball up them two. I beg you. Try your best. It's gonna be a nightmare. Absolutely great managing. Great managing.
Yeah. Props to him. Let's move on. To the game that happened tonight. Or not tonight, 3 p.m., depending on where you are time zone wise. Argentina defeated England 2-1 in another comeback win from Argentina. Eric, I know you want to take this one, but I kind of want to pass it off to Phil first. If you
go on, it's all good. Phil. It's all good.
So I was playing with my friend a little bit earlier. I was telling David about it. I was watching it like split screen on this monitor, and then I had game over here, and I was just going back and forth. And at one point, he curses out, and I was like, and my stream shut off, and I was like, oh, Argentina just scored. So I had to go back into the highlights to see the goal. Holy crap. Not only is it an incredible goal, that crowd pop is maybe one of the loudest crowd pops of all time. It is insane how that I saw so much of like Argentina fans being in the stadium, packing Atlanta. And like that was I thought the second one would have been louder. No, that first one was so like it was deafening. The change in sound. And I mean, this has been Argentina this whole tournament. And I've said this. I've also been in a group chat. I've said this every game because I'm like, I'm rooting for Messi. Like I want to see Messi continue to do GOAT things in this tournament. And every single time a team has scored on Argentina, I just text my group chat, well, that's the dagger. Just to purposefully jinx it. And it's every time. It's like every time it comes through. How? I don't. It's so hard to put into words. I mean, I sound like I'm glazing right now, but like it shouldn't make sense. Every single time this opportunity to be in this situation, like especially like when I'm looking at comebacks against Egypt, comeback against England, because I mean Jordan Pickford was incredible for the majority of this game. Like for the last 30 minutes of that game, it was Argentina, boom, boom, boom. They were getting shots, and Pickford was making plays, and he was actually frustrated with how much they were doing it. He was yelling at I don't know if he was either hyped that he was making saves or yelling at his defense the whole time. Like, guys, you can't keep letting them do this. And then they let them do it too many times. And that was, it's insane the amount of shot rates they get up, especially in that last 30 minutes. Like, it is just so much every single time they keep pressing and they keep pressing and they keep pressing. And like, if you're rooting against them, in the back of your head that one of these is going to go. And after one, there's like, the second pass too. I mean, that was right on the money, man. Like that he barely had to move his head. Barely had to move his head and knock it in. Who's 20 for Argentina?
Is that the one that scored the last goal? I'm not good with numbers.
No, Lautaro Martinez.
Was it McMillan or something? McAllister. I thought he was gonna get it with how many went off. He had one off the post. He had another one off the post on the right side. And I was like,
yeah,
dude, he's right there.
That last goal allowed by Argentina, because I did see that at the gym. That was disgusting marking by England. That was bad. Yeah. That was really bad. You leave a wide open head, and they did that multiple times with crosses. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, brother, you got Dan Burns, 6'7", Dan Burns in there, and y'all can't win a header. Not even that. Like, you have an Argentinian squad, and I'm gonna be real honest with you, and I can say this because we have small people in Portugal. Argentina people are not tall.
They're not.
And the fact that you let them win a header over you is crazy. But continue. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know. I was kind of done, but that's what I felt, and I felt I honestly, as much as I was rooting for Messi and them, I felt bad for Pickford because I thought he was so good at goalie in that long stretch, and it just was again just that long pressing of them getting constant shots off was just. I mean, it happened. It felt the same way against against Egypt too. Like, it happened against Egypt. It happened against. Oh shoot! Why am I blanking on who they played in the previous round?
Cabo Verde.
Cabo Verde. No, in the quarters.
Switzerland
too. It's the same thing.
Every game.
It's just there's so much. There's so many shots over and over again, and it's so. I don't know. It's just so uncanny because I feel like a lot of other teams, they'll get opportunities, but the way Argentina is constantly in their opponent's second half of the field and always getting sometimes good looks, sometimes bad, but always putting the shot on, putting an opportunity into the box. I don't think any other team's done it this tournament. It just looks nothing like any other team.
Yeah, I can tell you Portugal hasn't done it. They can't take a shot on goal.
That's how U.S. can't do it.
Crazy.
I'm gonna try to keep my cool because I am on cloud nine. I cannot lie. I don't even know where to start. What I want to start is Messi is the greatest player I've ever seen touch a football. The greatest. I've genuinely, every time I watch this man play, he blows my mind every single time. This brother could, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense how he's able to do what he is doing at the level he is doing at his age. It does not make any sense at all. He's an alien and he's a freak. Just want to get that out there really quick. Now, I'm going to start with England because I feel like there's clearly a narrative that I'm going to be biased here. All right? Let me clear the air really quick. Like I said, yes, I was rooting for Argentina this game and everything. If England would have won, I wouldn't have been mad. I'm a footy fan at this point. My countries are out. I got no one to really, really back and root for real. I do want to see Messi lift another World Cup. I'm not gonna lie to you. I when it comes to the goal conversation, y'all know where I stand. I think I don't even. I'm at the point where I feel like there is one answer, but I won't say it just to disrespect the other one. But either way, when I look at England, I felt so bad because I feel bad for a player like Jude. I think Jude had a phenomenal tournament, phenomenal tournament. And he does deserve something with this England squad, for sure. And I'm happy for him. Even saying this as a Barca fan because I know he plays for Real Madrid. I really hope. I saw reports saying that Jose Mourinho was trying to like sculpt it around him, but like I hope this tournament opens Real Madrid's eyes to remember the player they signed like 2-3 years ago, because that's the player that they signed. He's a phenomenal player. I don't think there's a single player on this English team today that can help that should hold their heads low. I think they all should hold their heads high. I think every single one of them did their job to a T. Maybe not Harry Kane as much. Yeah. I think Harry Kane went a little ghost this game, if I'm being fair. But I think they all, in the first half, England was a better team, in my opinion. It was even, but England was the better team, in my opinion. They neutralized Argentina very well when they were playing with no fear and they were going back and forth with them. A guy I want to give a big shout out to, Jed Spence today from left back. Phenomenal game. I'm looking at FootMob here. They have him at a 6.8. That's so... It's only a 6.8 because of the fact that they lost and they conceded 2 goals. He probably was on the field for at least one of them. In my opinion, bro, Jed Spence had a phenomenal game today. Really showed up and really showed out for the game. I just think England get unlucky here. And the main thing, well, it's not even unlucky. The main thing that I think where it all went wrong, and I think it takes full blame. Thomas Tuchel ruined this game for England. And I could say comfortably, I'm not going to say it comfortably because I don't know what would have happened because the way Argentina played regardless, anything could have happened, right? But I don't know why when they were up 1-0, they got their goal doing what they knew how to do. After all that happened, the moment he decided, I want to find out when it actually happened because the first sub was when it all went wrong, to be honest with you. The moment at the 72nd minute when Ezri Konsa came on for Anthony Gordon, it all went to crap. Because Thomas Tuchel said, we're going to go up 1-0 and then we're going to sit and we're going to defend against this Argentina team. That had to be one of the worst managerial decisions I've ever seen. Because not only one is the game nowhere near over, not only two, in soccer, you're giving another team 20 minutes plus to just constantly batter you and batter you and batter you and batter you chance after chance after chance. You're inviting pressure. Players in general are not good with that. They're not good with that. Now, on top of it, he does that sub, and then in the 82nd minute, he brings on Dan Burn for Reece James because Reece James got hurt, but then he brings on Nico O'Reilly for Declan Rice. And he just goes full defense, goes full defensive mode. Against a team where the last, 3 games, all goals have come within the last 10 minutes of the game, you're going to let them have the ball and you're going to defend against them? This brother took the same game plan that he had against Mexico and applied it to Argentina. Bro, in the Mexico game, we understand why you sat back the entire time because you was down a man. It made sense. But there was no need to do that in this game. And to be honest with you, this is maybe a little bit of a theory from me, but after the game against Norway, you heard Jude Bellingham. Thomas Tuchel wasn't happy with the performance. And Jude, there was a little bit of a bite back between them and the players. They were like, bro, I don't know if he understands what it's like to be out there. To truth be told, he doesn't know what's going on. We found a way to get the win, and that's all that matters. And we still follow his rules. But I'm sorry, with the players that you have, if I'm going to lose, I'm going out swinging. There's no way I'm going to sit back on a 1-0 lead with 20 minutes left in the game. It's too late. It's too early in the game. Wait till the 85th minute, 82nd minute, and then show Argentina that to the point where let's just survive for the last 5 minutes. But to ask players that have been playing a full 90 to go out there and survive for 20 minutes against a team like Argentina, which I'll explain later, right, is absolutely ridiculous. It was the worst decision he could have made. He put him in the worst predicament ever. And then on top of it, low blocks in general in soccer are some of the hardest things to break through. And you only a specific type of player can break those down. And it's players that are creative, players that have great passing, and players that can be like a magician on the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know who I just described? I described Lionel Messi. That's literally his mold and his make. You gave him an opportunity to sit on the ball and think. For what? For what reason? He put Pickford on an island. He put everyone on that field on an island. There's no, you're only up one. Dude, you're up 1-0 against a team that scored 3 against Egypt with 10 minutes to go. You're up 1-0 against a team that found ways to score goals against Cabo Verde in the dying seconds. You're up 1-0 against a team that scored a worldie against Switzerland in extra time. What are we talking about, dude? What are we really talking about here? It was one of the worst managerial blunders I've seen. And truth be told, I unbiasedly, because I don't want y'all to think that, yes, I want Argentina to win. I do believe, just as much as Argentina could have won this game regardless, I do believe if he doesn't do that, I really do think there's a chance that England is in the final on Sunday. I really believe that team on paper is better. That team in paper is better. And we said this before. Me and David said this before. Argentina, they beat Cabo Verde by the skin of their teeth. They beat Egypt by the skin of their teeth. They beat Switzerland by the skin of their teeth. The moment they came against a real team, they was not going to be able to do that unless the team allowed them to. And England allowed them to today. They allowed them to do that.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
You bring up a good point. You do about that England sub. And honestly, it made me think about how we looked at the other game and the subs made by De La Fuente. And we look at all the subs as like, we saw Thomas Tuchel get comfortable and start putting defenders in for position players like Declan Rice or midfielders or strikers or wingers. And he starts putting in defenders because he wants to hold the lead. We look at the Spain game. They were up 2-0. And these are De La Fuente's freaking subs that he makes. Ferdinand Torres for Mikel Oyarzabal. So we put in an attacking player for an attacking player. And then he put in Mikel Merino for Dani Olmo, a midfielder for a midfielder. And then he put in Pedri for Fabian Ruiz, a midfielder for a midfielder. And then he put Nico Williams for Alex Banea, something like that, right?
Banea. Yeah.
A winger for a winger. And then he puts in Marcos Llorente for Pedro Porro. Defender for a defender. Every sub that he made was put for a player in that position. He wasn't putting in a midfielder for a defender to hold a lead. And that's why they were still getting attacks later in the game. So you brought up a good point. I wanted to acknowledge that.
You just have to understand that there's two things that go into that. One, the only time you start bringing in defenders to hold a lead is when your back is against the wall and you feel the momentum shifting and you feel like you have to do something to change the game. He brought in another defender and said to sit back, and the game didn't call for it. He created that by himself. He created that low block by himself. He didn't have to do that. Against Mexico, they got a red card. They had to lock it in, park it in, and say, we got to defend because we're down a man. We can't attack as we want to. The system has failed now because we're missing a player. But this game is completely different. And also to add on to it, I hate to, another thing to add on, as a player, we've all played the game. As a player, dude, if I'm Jude Bellingham, if I'm Harry Kane, if I'm Declan Rice, if I'm Elliot Anderson, I'm looking at my manager, I'm like, we can beat them. We don't have to defend them and give them this much respect. Why are you making me defend? Why are you making me do all this? We're up 1-0. Let's beat them. Let's put 2 on them. If we can, what we'll do is we'll think defense first, but we'll still attack. Let's not be scared. I just think it was horrible on that point of view. And then to get into the other side of the game, sorry, I had to get it out because I truly again, I'm a footy fan, and what I want to see is
you brought a good point.
And I want to see good. I want to see a good match at the end of the day. I want to see good tactics. I want to see good decisions. I want to see the best of the best players going bat for bat. The fact that Saka or Noni Madueke didn't touch the pitch today is ridiculous to me. How Noni Madueke played almost damn near the whole tournament, started half the games, and doesn't touch pitch at all. Saka, a player like him, doesn't touch pitch at all. And you have such a stacked bench. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So for me, that's why you'll see me I don't like Arsenal that much as well as the way they play. I don't like anti-football. I don't like when people just make silly decisions because they're just trying to play safe. play the game. You lose, you lose. You win, you win. Either way, play the game. Show yourself, right? But on the other hand, bro, Argentina, this is the best international team I've ever seen ever since I started watching soccer. This is the best international team I've ever seen. And the reason I say that is because on paper, out of all the 4 teams that were in the semifinal, I'd argue Portugal as well. I'd argue possibly Netherlands, maybe. I'd argue maybe even Brazil. Argentina is not one of the best teams on paper by far. By far. They rock up to a World Cup, and when I tell you they're the hardest team to beat, they're the hardest team to beat. And the reason they are is just because I can't explain to you the way these players rally around where the pride that they have wearing their badge, the pride that they have playing for their nation, the way they rally around Lionel Messi, the way they listen to their coach Lionel Scaloni. Like these players, it's the perfect international team. I feel as if you could put any Argentinian out there and they're still going to give you the hardest game of your life. It's never going to be easy against these guys. It will never be. Now, I don't know how long that lasts when Messi leaves. I really don't know what it looks like afterwards. But at the end of the day, brother, these guys, McAllister, no disrespect, McAllister, for the most part of the tournament, has been crap. He hasn't been good most part of the tournament. And certain players on that team haven't been amazing, but they just find ways to win. You cannot count. Argentina are of that cloth, whereas you can't bet against them because they just find ways to win. Everything pointed towards England today. Everything. England scored first. England looked better. Everything pointed towards England today. And yet Argentina won the game by scoring in the 85th minute and 2 goals or a goal in 90 plus. Brother, it makes no sense what they're able to do. It's otherworldly. And I'm gonna be honest, right? Going into this final, Spain are the better team. Look at the games. Look at the games that they played. Spain are the better team. They're clearly the better team. But you just don't know what's going to happen. Because as long as Lionel Messi's on that team, as long as that team still has a chance and they can breathe, bro, they're going to fight to the end. No matter what the goal is, no matter what the score is, they believe they can win at any given moment. They don't ever stop. They'll fight. If there's 30 seconds left, they'll fight like they have a chance to score 3 goals. And you have to be switched on the entire time. But for me, the only thing I have to take away from Argentina is this team just feels unbeatable. This team feels really unbeatable right now. It gives me to put it into like different terms. It gives me Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs, not of last year, but like of most of those years, where it's like, yo, you just can't do anything. You all you can do is pray and hope that they have a bad day. Because if they have a good day, you're screwed. It doesn't matter. But I tell you what, if there's a team that has a chance, I guess it's Spain. I thought it was England. I guess it's Spain now. And I guess we'll get into that before we end the show because I know we're coming up on the time. But, like, that's all I got to say. I know it took up a lot of that segment. I apologize. But I just – this game was – there was too much in this game to not – like, it's just ridiculous, man. But, yeah. What do you guys think of what I have on the takes?
I have one comment to make about that. You said that this is Argentinian team is you said the best. I want to get your numbers right, your words right. You said
this is the best international team I've ever seen. Yes,
best or greatest.
Perfect. I thought you said perfect, like the perfect international.
No, this is the best international team I've ever seen.
Okay.
Those are my words. I don't think they're the greatest international team of all time.
Okay, so you say they're the best.
Yeah,
I would say they're the best second half World Cup team I've ever seen in my life. Because you look at all their goals in this knockout stage. Fantastic. The first half, it looks like, oh, this team can be beatable. But once a team scores a goal on them, it's like, 30 minutes left. They turn on the switch. I don't understand this team. It makes no sense. Like, it shouldn't be happening, but yet it is. And honestly, as much as all the hate that Argentina has been getting this World Cup, which is pretty odd because of all the things that the fans have been saying, which I understand that. But you look at this Argentinian team, once 15 minutes are left in the clock, and once another team scores a goal and they're behind, it's like you can't be safe with 1 goal, you can't be safe with 2 goals, and you probably maybe not be safe with 3 goals. Like, and 3 goals in soccer is the definition of a blowout, and we don't even know if that's safe. So if you look at the situation, it's like, I mean, I got to give my props to Argentina. The players are fantastic. And the one thing I always give credit to them is they play around Lionel Messi. So that's one of the things that I hate having to say, because being a Portuguese player, I'm not a player. I wish I was, but being a Portuguese fan and being a Portuguese person and watching the amount of hate that Ronaldo gets on his national team and not a lot of support, I wish that happened for Portugal, the way that they support Argentina, Messi for Argentina.
See, the thing is though, yeah, like I get what you're saying, but I see Birdie in the chat. I'll just shout out Birdie, man.
Birdie.
But you guys, a lot of people tend to forget, like, because these last couple years for Messi has been phenomenal international stage. A lot of people tend to forget Messi's beginning stages. They did not rally around Messi, bro. Argentina, dude, the criticism was so bad. Messi retired from the international team. People forget about that, bro. Like, it has not been easy, and that's why when I hear I'll tell you one thing. When I hear the rig statements and the things of that nature, like it doesn't really faze me as much, because like for me it's like, bro, the guy is in his prime years of his career. He spent losing. People were saying he could never be better than Maradona if he never won anything for Argentina. And it got so bad that he literally said, "I'm done. I can't do it." And then came back and found a way to get it done. And the moment he got it done, then it became rigged. The only thing I could say that was rigged for Messi was that Netherlands Argentina game. That was I'm not gonna lie, that was low key a travesty. That was really bad.
That was terrible.
But everything else, in my opinion, I'm so sorry. Like, this tournament, if they win it, there is nothing nobody can say. This is not, dude. They're beating teams. And they're doing it within the 90 minutes. And it's nothing. It's no free things, nothing given to them. Like it's just the game. There's inconsistencies, yes, but there's inconsistencies in every game. There was a red card that could have been given out in the Spain-France game. There was a tackle on someone. I forgot what it was, but it was completely studs up, stomped on his ankle.
I think Lamine made a bad foul too. He didn't get a yellow. Couple fouls that he did.
Yeah.
It went. But what I'm saying is like, this is the things that people zero in on is Argentina, because it's Argentina and because of the team that's winning everything. It's happening in damn near every World Cup game. And it's just that it's not getting called everywhere. Like it's just a miss. It is a what's the word? It is oh my god, up and down. What's the word? It's
teeter.
Oh my god, it's inconsistent. Yes, someone just inconsistent.
No, you did not say that.
I said teeter totter. That goes up and down.
I heard inconsistent, but it is inconsistent, but it's not in favor like it was the last World Cup. Like, you're seeing it everywhere, bro. These guys are beating teams and they're beating them comfortably. Today, there was nothing inconsistent about today. In the beginning, it was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there was a couple foul calls that England wasn't getting that I was like, whoa, like, that's kind of crazy. But they beat England today. Yeah. They just beat them straight up.
Yeah. I will say the reason why they get under a telescope is because of that game that you mentioned, that World Cup. Like, it's hard not to be put under a telescope when you've been looked at in that year and definitely saw some type of rigging in that sense. So it's hard for somebody to be like, when you've done something before, to be like, yeah, I'm going to keep my eye on you because you've done something before. And also the fact that when the FIFA president literally goes out and saying, yeah, I suffered with Argentina, and he's posting all this stuff on Instagram about Argentina winning, it's like, you look at it, you can't be like any type of logic. Doesn't matter what team. You can't look at that and be like, okay, there's some type of favoring.
I definitely think there's favoring, no doubt. But the thing is, like, today, and then Phil, I want to see your opinion on this too, because I want to see like what you think about it as a whole, because I'm sure you've seen it as well. But like today, I thought if there was going to be a rigged game, it was going to be this one. It was going to be this one. This one was going to be the rigged game. So I thought England was a better team, and it wasn't. It was not rigged. They were just better than them. And like, I understand that one game, don't get me wrong, but like, we've dude, that was 4 years ago, and we watched an entire tournament of Argentina. And this entire tournament, it has not been rigged.
Yeah, but you say that like you say the rig like is so like simple. Like that game against Netherlands potentially won Argentina World Cup and gave Messi his first one. We can't just lie to like that. Say that's not a big deal.
The thing is, the game. I don't think they should have beat Netherlands. I don't think it should have went that far. I think that. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't think they should have beat Netherlands, but I think that game should have went way differently. I think it would have went way differently with a lot of things that would have happened. But at the end of the day, they went to the final, and we all watched that final. We all watched the best game I've ever seen in my life, and they beat France. They were the better team on that day. So it's like that game, yes, but 100%. But like now we fast forward to now. Everyone's been saying it's rigged for Argentina. It's rigged for Argentina. It's rigged for Argentina. It's like, bro, it is not. They are just better than teams, and people just don't want to give that to them because of one stint and because the president of FIFA likes Argentina. It doesn't make them look good, but they were better than England. They were better than all the teams that they versed, and they're the best team in the world for a reason.
Yeah. You can still be a better team but have favorable calls. Like when I think a lot of people were getting frustrated is when Messi didn't even get a card, not even a foul called on that Algerian player where he went studs up on his calf, and he got not even a foul, not even a card, not even a whistle, not even a talking to, and people look at the red card that other people got for similar offenses.
And then, but if we're gonna do that, and we talk about inconsistencies, let's talk about how we're inconsistent on when it happens to Messi, but then when it happens to in any other game that's happening, no one's talking about it. No one's chatting about it. It happened in 4 or 5 different other games right afterwards, and no one said a word. But when Messi did it, then it's being said. It's bro,
we say it because Florian Balogun got that red card, and that was a big deal, and people were saying that was ridiculous. And we saw other games where, because other players, when they got that, they did similar tackles, they would at least get a talking to from the ref or a yellow card.
That didn't happen. There was other games in the group stage that just didn't. It just didn't happen. That Messi thing was one time. In the France and Spain game that just happened, someone did the same exact thing. Not talking to.
I didn't watch. So I don't know. He went studs up on the ankle.
Dude, we've watched almost all these games, and in all these games, this has been a consistent thing, bro. The inconsistency is within the reffing and within VAR, but it's not. It's when Messi does it, it's rigged. When everyone else does it, it's not. It's
because of
like,
the past.
The Florian Balogun one, yes, 100%. Everyone called it out because it was right in front of your face. But it's happened in several other games. No one's saying anything. No one's bugging because it's not in front of your face.
And
that's what I'm saying. It's not.
You ever heard the saying of? I mean, I don't even want to say this saying. I don't even know. Bill, what do you think? I don't want to say this thing.
Before this, I actually had a good thing about the difference between like Spain and England coaching. Talking about the idea of playing how England's coach Taluk basically went all defense. I don't understand where there's like philosophies in soccer to me, and you guys can have your take on this too, but I don't understand the change in defensive versus offensive approach when in general, the idea of playing offense versus defense, especially in a situation where you're up 1-0, even on an attacking run where you have opportunities, you're still burning clock. You're still playing defense by enforcing good offense. I mean, when you watch the difference between Spain versus England, England went up 1-0 and didn't press the advantage at all. Spain was up 2-0 with like 3 minutes left and was still trying to press the advantage to go up 3-0 to put a real ass nagger in them. Like, bang. I don't know. I feel like that to me, like, I had to comment on that because that was the contrast between the two teams that are supposed to be the underdogs. One team went and pressed for it. One other team had it and clutched onto it for dear life instead of ripping it away. Like it's like they grabbed onto it and like Argentina's holding it and it's like, I'm just gonna hold it. I'm not gonna try to yank it out of your hands. Whereas Spain actually just took it right away from France. So I guess the difference in the managing and the coaching mentality there is like, go get it. You're the team that's the underdog here. I mean, I know a lot of people may have been rooting for England, but that to me was the underdog going in. Even though they were better, just in terms of just the context of what was going on.
Yeah.
But in terms of the VAR stuff for Argentina, sorry, I just wanted to get the VAR stuff with Argentina. Like, I'm kind of in the same boat with Eric. I feel like it's such a microcosm of it is Messi, therefore it's looked at. Like if you remove, let's say hypothetically, say Argentina is just did make the tournament plays out the same way with a different team, and all those other plays still happen. It's not like there's going to be another microcosm to look at. Like the next thing you know would have probably been France would have been hyper zoomed in and looked on. Like I think that's when it happens to these big, large favorites. I just want, if you're going to do it in one case, you got to do it in all of them. You can't have a preference of when you want to enforce this stuff when it's only to a team that, you know, you hate watching. And I feel like that happens pretty consistently across all major sports, where if something happens in one game for a team that is very good, and there's all of a sudden this controversy for them, and then it happens in, say, 4 or 5 other games throughout the week and isn't talked about because it's not on a bigger stage. It's not to some, you know, complete overachieving like team that's been winning all the time. It's just like to, I don't know, the Jets. It's like have a level of like consistency in the way you want to like call it. Like I would say that's my take, is that if you're going to be on it in those cases, then you should be in one case, then you should be on it in all cases. I think just in terms of.
Can I ask you a question on that?
Yeah, sure.
So we look at the 2022 World Cup where Argentina, everyone looks at it and says that Netherlands game was rigged. Now,
1,000%.
In terms for Argentina. Now we look at it now, like, do you at least understand, and I'm asking a question, why people would look at Argentina in a different scope based off of what they did last World Cup? Doesn't matter. It could be Argentina, it could be France, it could be Spain, it could be Portugal. That's all I'm trying to say.
No, 100%.
Whether it's not or it is.
I do see where people are getting that perspective. I think if you're, I understand wanting to watch it from that lens because of the skepticism and because watching that game against the Netherlands, yeah, it was clearly rigged. But at the same time, I think when you watch that perspective, like, I'm gonna be real. I had one friend in another group chat who is absolutely hate watching Argentina, was super pulling for England in this game, and the problem is that like that those kind of moments where these great teams do these great things, and yet there is, you know, that perspective, and I can understand wanting to be suspicious. Trust me, I got a bunch of friends who hate Chiefs. I got a bunch of I did the same thing with the New England Patriots. I did the same thing because that same mentality was against them when they got caught up in Deflategate, when they get caught up in Spygate, right? Everybody watched that team with a microscope because everybody was going to call out any single given thing that was going to happen to them. So I've been on that side of it. At the same time, I think when you need to watch these games and take in that, I think ultimately, unfortunately, I think it removes a sense of the joy and the wonderment of what's actually happening. Like, I can't tell you how many times like I'll see like just a post that like Argentina won the game, and like I gotta see some of the cope that's sitting there in the comments, right? It fuels me, it keeps me going a little bit, and I see some of them, and I'm like, what you just watched was incredible, and the microcosm, the small little inspection of each play to determine if one team won. Like, that's how I felt about Egypt. Like, Egypt, there were some, obviously, you know, I think a lot in this World Cup, there have been definitely some inconsistencies in officiating. No, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it changes the outcome of that game. I really don't. I think that Egypt gave up 3 goals in 15 minutes of play. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. And I just don't. I can see the perspective and I can see why people would watch it that way, but at the same time, I feel people that only watch strictly that way are robbing themselves of watching an incredible sport being played by incredible players.
Fair enough. That was well said, that last part.
Listen, man, I see the point up until, like, if you've just watched this World Cup, you just know it's not rigged. Like, I can understand having I can understand having the microscope going into the World Cup, but then the moment we're here now, we was like, that's why I said it happened in 2022, because it's like, yes, that happened here, and going into it, you could have that perspective, but after seeing what's happened, it's like, all right, well, now we're here, so like, it's not. And now, so last World Cup, okay, put the asterisk next to it. Fair enough. Even though that final was amazing, right? Put the asterisk next to it. But now we're here. What's the asterisk now? They're still in the final. They've done it fairly now. So it's like I don't know what else. How many more times are we gonna not deny Messi and we're gonna deny Argentina of like what they're clearly doing, which is being dominant?
Well, now it's their racist fans. They're taking the joy out of it for Argentina.
That's the one thing I don't like. That's the only thing I don't like about Argentina. I hope Nico's still in the building. Nico, explain yourself, because what's going on, bro?
It's crazy. I always say this, and I always mean this 100%. I don't hate Argentina. I don't hate the team. Although some of them are complainers, I do not hate that team. I do not hate Messi. I think he's great to watch, and I enjoy it. The one thing I do hate, Argentina fans. Argentina fans, when they root for this because of how poorly they handle situations, they are the biggest sore winners in the world. The biggest sore winner. And they're not even doing it like, haha, I beat you. It's more like, hey, I beat you. And they're like doing some like racist thing afterwards. It's like, brother, you're already winning. What else do you want to say? Like, you're already winning. Like, come on. That's my only thing.
I before we get into these comments and because I know we do have to get out of here, but and I'm pretty sure we just gotta give our predictions on the game for the final. David, I have a question for you. Now I'm being silly, but I'm also being honest. Now, I'm asking, Phil, this question is also posed for you as well. But I gotta get my boy David here. I do, because I haven't entertained this in a long time. We all know on the podcast that you are a Ronaldo fan, and we all know on the podcast. Well, when it comes to the GOAT conversation, we all know that. Well, you are a Ronaldo fan, though. No? Yes, you are.
I'm Portuguese, but if Ronaldo leaves Portugal, I'm still rooting for Portugal to win.
Yeah, we know that. We know that. That's really something. Like, and Phil, this question is for you. Like, you just I'm not gonna necessarily ask you the same way, but I'm just asking for dramatic effect for David. I know your GOAT is Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
Unbiasedly, right now, who is the greatest player that ever touched the soccer field? In your opinion?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Still.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's done things that I have not seen a player do. Just leave it like that.
All right.
He's conquered multiple leagues. He is the definition of a true athlete, guy who went through adversity in terms of playing through tough injuries, came back and changed his play style to be a player that he is. And also, he's the one guy that I've seen score with every single part of his body, even his penis. And I'm not even joking with that. He's a guy, he's a guy who scores 40-yard bangers from free kicks multiple times. And he's just a guy I think revolutionized the sport.
All right. Now, Phil, I posed a question. Who, after watching, I know like you've been in it, but not like kind of yes, no, but like still, like who do you think is the greatest of all time when it comes to soccer?
I was just gonna make a joke. It's like, man, I ain't seen Messi scoring with his third leg out here.
That goal was crazy. I did see that too, though. Like he actually scored with his whole penis. Fully thrusting the ball into the net. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Whatever it goes in, right?
So I've always listened. When I was a kid, I was a Messi fan just because he was like, I think probably one of the first. He was the first soccer player I really ever knew by name at all. Like before any of the greats beforehand, before anyone who came after. And it's kind of always. I've always been like, obviously, like I don't watch soccer like as intensely as many other people, but I've always felt that he's the best player based on. I mean, especially when you consider. Again, maybe I'm not sure about like soccer physiques and things like that. But when you talk about Messi, who's kind of undersized, and like I remember specifically watching again back to Argentina versus Spain, and there's one play like he's like right around midfield. He's going through one defender, he's going through two defenders, he's going through three defenders. Like basically was like having the dance between their legs, and then finally gets hard fouled, and they're like, all right, we got to call that finally. It's to me, I think everything what he's done, I think it's the same kind of. I mean. let's be honest, the reason for their arguments, I think for both of them, which is different than I think any other GOAT conversation, is that genuinely they're incredibly accomplished and everything that they have done, like no one else has ever really done in the field. I think it's both. You can say
and
both
they've done
those
it at the
things
same
about
time
those players.
in the same generation.
And and they're doing it against the same players. They're doing it against the same, clubs and organizations, and they're both doing an incredible job. And I think that's different. Yeah, and like as you said, David, it's different because they're doing it at the same time versus where if we're trying to compare like LeBron versus Michael Jordan, right? Like there's a bunch of different factors that go into it. Whereas really, I think it's so much of like preference of like style and who you watch. Maybe literally the difference could just be who you watched first, who you saw first on the field. Like the difference in why someone likes Ronaldo versus someone like Messi, I think it's so like preference based. Whereas like I think there's like an argument for say LeBron versus Jordan. There's like you value this one thing versus you value like another in terms of like championships or like longevity or something like that. But they both had incredible long careers. They both had to overcome incredible hardships, had to go through sacrifices, and had to get everywhere they need to be and to be able to do what they were able to do. Like even at the same argument, like where I had like even in the same thing with football too, like there was these arguments for like, well, I guess the GOAT debate's kind of dead there, but it's I'm sad that it's dead, unfortunately. Drew Waller versus Tom Brady, who's going to be the next GOAT. We'll find out this season.
Oh, goodness gracious.
But back to, I think I'll always roll with Messi just based on, I feel like to me, what he's done on a soccer field combined with the accolades and combined with everything that he's done, I can't really. And the other thing, and I said this to my friend, I never knew this until probably about a month ago. I always thought that Messi was the older one. Just based on the way Ronaldo looks. I never knew that. I always thought Ronaldo was the younger one just because he looks younger. And it might be because Messi has like more facial hair than he does. And that's probably what it is. But I always thought it was the other way around. I always thought Ronaldo was the younger one in comparison to Messi, but it's reversed. I just didn't know.
Ronaldo, his biological age is apparently 33 right now as we speak. So
ridiculous.
Of his health is insane.
It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I would never known that until like I was told that. And I was like, whoa.
They're very similar in age, only I think 2 years off, but it's still 39 to 41. Eric, you want to give yours and then we do Spain and then go through the comments? All right, Spain,
I mean,
Spain versus
I posed the question really, but like if just to answer, like I think y'all know my answer. Like I think Messi's the GOAT. I respect Ronaldo and I like seeing him succeed because, like I said, I'm a fan at the end of the day. But like for me, soccer is a different sport than basketball. Soccer is a different sport from football. Soccer is a very unique sport, and you can't with soccer. It's not stat driven, and the stats do play a factor, but when you can soccer, it takes a lot of the eye test, in my opinion. And when you, at the end of the day, like I look at Ronaldo and I see a player that is someone that he is also a freak of nature, possibly like I think is like when it comes to athlete, the peak human being, like the absolute peak of human beings. Like I don't think there's another person in the world that, like, I don't know, you can't really explain how perfect Ronaldo is when it comes to that stuff. But then I just look at Messi and I'm just like, what Messi does, you cannot explain. Like there's genuinely no words for. There's no Messi as a soccer player to me is the most complete player I've ever seen in my life. And what I mean by that is like, he can do everything. He can. You need him to score, he can score. You need him to play. You need him to play left wing. He can play across the entire front three. He can play in the midfield as well. He can dribble past 18 different players. He can score from any part of the field that he wants to. Can score right. Can score left. He's just like inevitable. It becomes alien like when I look at Messi. Like it becomes indescribable. And for me, it's just like I That's all I'll say. I just think that I don't know how it's not him. Like at this point in time, I think at one point it actually was Ronaldo. To be honest with you, I think when I would say around the time when he was winning international tournaments and he did that three-peat, at that point in time, like as a Messi fan, like it was very close. I think the only thing that was holding Messi over was the fact that he was an alien, but Ronaldo had everything. And then I look at, but then we're fast forward in time, and it's like, bro, like I don't know, bro, I don't know, but for me, yeah, it's Messi for sure.
Guys, let's do this one quick answers because we have a lot of comments. Spain, Argentina, Sunday. Who do we got? Phil.
Oh,
I'll say, well, it's so hard because I think we, like you were saying, Eric, England's a better team on paper. Like going in this game, England's a better team. England played better than this half, and I think what Spain was doing against France, Spain looks so good right now, and yet I'm going Argentina. It's very hard to bet against a team that is as good as they are in the second half and is as good as Spain's defense is. I don't think it's going to be enough to stop Argentina from going back to back.
I'm on the same wavelength as Phil. It is Argentina. I just can't bet against them. I literally can't. I don't know. I think Spain. I think it's going to be a phenomenal game because I think Rodri's going to have a really good game and he's going to hold that down for Spain. But I think this is the game where you look at Unai Simon and he gets one good shot and he's not saving it. I'm gonna say Argentina come out of this one.
I'm gonna say Spain. I think we talk about how Argentina scored in the last 15 minutes, but we forgot to mention one guy who plays for Arsenal, Mikel Merino. If he's on the field and he comes in late, you might see a late goal winner from him. Just saying. I do think Spain. I think Spain can close it out. I really do.
Dude, if Mikel Merino comes on and scores a winner, the world's gonna burn, bro. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Mikel Merino game winner would be insane.
Funny. No, I got Spain winning though. I think it's definitely gonna be a close game.
This guy, you know what's crazy, yeah? You said Spain winning, and the first thing that you said was Mikel Merino. Goodness me, blood. That's how crazy this World Cup has been. Dude, yeah. We're talking about Mikel Merino scoring game win. Yo, this is insane, bro. Oh my gosh.
All right, boys.
Oh my.
Comments time.
Go ahead. Oh, Martin, yeah.
Eric has a trustworthy face. He won't be biased. Jalen said, don't let him lie to you. This Phil guy looks like he has a diary written about the love for footy and a poem titled The Pitch. Definitely, Phil. Phil definitely has one.
Show us.
Just here it.
The one is right here. It's this one.
Oh, snap.
No, it's just my password book.
He said, how is Joseph Kone's stats during the World Cup? Guy is a natural leader out there. And thanks, Phil, for ranking my home videos yesterday.
That was so long. That was a 2-hour tier list of regular show episodes. That was the longest stream I think I've ever done. So
damn. Regular show got a lot of episodes too, man.
You know what? Actually, let me say something about it while I'm here because I said it while I was on streaming yesterday. You know how they had the whole like Mordecai Margaret thing, like will they won't they thing for like most of the season. They dated for like 8 episodes. It was not. They only dated for like 8 episodes. That was it. I was like, dang, I swear that was longer. But no, they dated for 8 episodes and then she moved. She goes to college. And that's it.
Damn, college. Where are they based?
I don't know where. It ain't California. They got no traffic out there, so I don't know where it is.
Middle of Ohio. Jay said Robbie O sounds like a rejected Jersey Shore cast member. Honestly, that's where he's gonna be going after the Miss World Cup that he performed. Murray said script is going smoothly. He said Now I'm gonna watch either Mal or Messi win the World Cup. He said, "F my life." He said, "I know Eric is hype." Matt said, "Guys, jokes aside, the guy is the GOAT." He said, "Let's be completely honest. The games are not rigged, and you know that out of any human being, I would be spamming rigged." Yeah, but you also don't watch soccer, Nerdy.
Oh man.
Marcus says, "Did he just say what I think he did?" Oh hell no! Phil Argentina confirmed. Yeah, he said that. He said that, Marcus.
What did I say?
He said you're Argentina. You're rooting for Argentina.
Yeah, of course I am.
Safar Convar ? Said Vean Robar.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how I feel about VAR in general. But that's another conversation for another day.
Fernando said, he said, "I hope Argentina wins. I can't stand seeing Lamine Yamal being propped up like the new superhero." Damn, Dad, what the heck?
Everyone's the superhero when they verse Argentina. No one wants them to win again.
Yeah.
What do you call it? I will say, Eric, there's been live updates saying that you're not allowed back in my house for some reason. I don't know. Just saying. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's some live updates.
He locked you out, man.
God, leave me, bro.
Change the
I
law.
can't-
No, you know what my mom says? You know what my mom says every time she looks at Messi? We're watching the commercials, and like you see Messi on the Lowe's commercial, and she's like, "I can't even look at his face. It pisses me off." And I'm like, Mom.
Yo, Phil. Now you this is why I don't be talking about this topic because I can't get back in the crib. Like, oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
It's so funny.
Serious.
Honestly, the commercial is overplayed hella, but I'm like, because we watched it like for like the 100th time because it's on after every friggin' water break, hydration break, and she's like, "I can't even look at this." I'm like, "Mom, it's just a commercial." And then after the 100th time, I'm like, honestly, you might have a point. I'm kind of sick and tired of this commercial. Damn. Padone said, "As an Ecuadorian ambassador, Argentina is racism confirmed." And here we go. Racismo confirmed. Here we go. Here we go. Here's a troll comment. It said, "Not dominant seed Serie A and then choke multiple seasons. Now they barely finished top 5. I've never seen someone try to say Saudi Arabia should be considered a top league and then manage to choke it all for them." You mean, didn't he just win the league this year, Padone? So you got to get your facts right.
The league last year though he did choke.
Yeah, but they won it this year. He got one. So
Saudi.
Fernando said Messi's more talented, but Ronaldo's a harder worker. Okay. Padone said,
I disagree with that too.
He takes care of himself a lot more. He shows more work ethic. Padone said, "Chat, can we agree Eder more of a Portuguese GOAT than Ronaldo?" Brother, Ronaldo. I'm not even, bro, you gotta understand that Ronaldo was the first. He brought 2 trophies. He brought 3 trophies to Portugal when we won nothing in our whole life.
You know what he's gonna say because you said that now, yes?
What is he gonna say?
One of those trophies Eder brought to Portugal. Now Ronaldo, that's what he's gonna say.
Brother, Eder, I'm thankful for Eder. I'm not even joking, but he didn't play the whole tournament.
Bro, Eder scored that goal and got too much aura from it that he actually couldn't handle and literally said, "I'm never playing again."
No,
Isn't
you know,
that
he actually came out. I actually saw this on the Portuguese channel. He said he got like super stressed out and like he had all his expectations and he got depressed.
Bro, Phil, be real. Do you know that story?
Not really, no.
Dude, quickly, yeah. This guy named Eder, striker for Portugal, in what was it, David? Euro final.
Euro 2016 final against France.
Comes on in extra time or something like that, and scores a banger for Portugal to win, like 30 yards out, boom, but it scores a banger. After that, yeah, Portugal win, and then that happened. Do you think that his career would go up? Instead, he literally was like, "Yo, there's too much pressure on me. I'm done. I can't do this anymore." He actually just tapped out.
Dude,
yeah, it's honestly a sad story.
It's a wild.
But
it's crazy.
It's so like backwards. It's like, yo, he had so much pressure afterwards that he didn't want to play anymore. It's like, whoa, man, like this could have catapulted your career. He's like, "Nah, I actually don't want this."
Yeah, Bruno said Messi can't get a header on a corner kick because he's taking them, Dad. He's taking them.
What the heck, yo, bro?
He's gonna do it now to prove you wrong. It's how Argentina's gonna win in the final.
If I see Messi score
90th
with his
minute.
penis, if I see Messi score with his penis, I'm freaking turning off the TV.
You're
I'm
just
wait. David, if he scores with his penis, is he the GOAT?
That's all it takes. That's all it takes is one penis goal, and then you go become freaking
now I imagine, the game winner. Dude thrusts it into the net. Oh, I'm losing my mind.
Brother. Bro, if Mikel Marino freaking hits it with his penis and it goes into the net, 92nd minute, I'm going to be looking at this. I'll be like, brother, I can't do this no more, bro. I can't do this no more.
Speaking it into existence.
Jeez. Jason, Argentina comes out fast, scores quick, and then holds on to a win with a close game. Win a close game. Padone said, "Yeah, David knows ball," because I mentioned Arsenal. And Marcus says, "Damn, man, it wasn't the sleepover double decker. It was Messi that got you banned from the house." Yeah,
double
sleepover double decker. Eric, what you doing in my freaking bathroom, bro?
I have no idea what he's talking about. I literally don't. David, you see, every single time I've used the bathroom, I've literally we joked about it, bro. I don't know what he's chatting about. So all I do know is that
double decker is totally. How could you?
Yeah,
that's
bro.
crazy.
But I'm not even joking with you, Phil. When I go in that crib, I know you don't mention all that stuff, bro. I would never dare walk into that crib with a Messi jersey on my back. I never walk in that crib with a Messi jersey on my back, bro.
It's real.
Dude, bro. I tried to think Messi was a go at one of David's birthday parties. And the way Kyle looked at me, Kyle was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Dude,
I was like,
Wemby jersey.
Never mind. Sorry.
Dude, Wemby jersey in New York City or Messi jersey in David's house?
Nah, they're not animals. They're not animals.
Yeah, we're not gonna trash you.
Oof.
Yeah, I'll just get bullied for the whole night, though.
Right.
I will get bullied.
Okay.
100%. All right, boys.
Fair.
Almost 2 hours in. I think this was a successful freaking episode. Phil.
Oh yeah.
We appreciate you for popping on, dude. We really do. It's always a good time when we get to talk to you.
It's always a blast, man. I gobble this up, man.
Hey, yo.
Nah, Phil, why did you say that, Phil?
Last thing you said, oh my God, I gobble it up. Come on, Phil.
Phil, you ain't gobbling me a word, bro. I don't know you're gobbling.
God forbid a white boy got a little English linguistics. Come on.
Why those words?
Spicing it up, man.
Nah,
Everything gotta mean something else now. I see how it is.
Phil, I can't even say meat on the podcast. Bro.
That's my fault.
No, because when David ever says meat, he'll be like, "Oh, I love meat." Like, bro,
I like to eat meat.
Like, yo, bro, you can't. Nah.
Steak. I gotta say steak bro. Now, but there's different types of meat. It's chicken.
I like to eat
pork.
chicken, steak, pork. Like you say that, you're like, yo, I love meat. What? Yo,
brother, if I go to my internship tomorrow and I say I like to eat meat, I could just picture you in the back saying, "Brother," that's freaking like let him yo, and be professional. Simple conversation.
Every time someone says something, pause. I had a coworker that said something crazy to me, but he didn't mean it in any type of way. I just stared at him. Like I blinked. I was like, okay. I'm like, I don't know why you chose those words, but sure.
Yeah, but we're not close enough for me to make a comment, so I just sit in silence.
Yeah,
the joke in my head.
Oh my god, bro! When Phil said that, David said, "Hey, yo, if you saw my face, I was like,
yeah."
I was like, gobbling. He's gobbling something. Oh no!
Oh man!
He said, "No, it's more of a Red Sox jersey at Yankee Stadium." Yeah, but not that hostile.
David's not gonna hurt me because I do it.
No, we have good vibes. We'll joke. We'll mess around.
Yeah.
Said, good show, fellas. As always, appreciate you, Jay. As always. And then Marcus says, Phil is that awkward white guy you hang out with because he's cool, but one or two times he's gonna say something questionable. Honestly, you ever see those memes where it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's those memes where it's like when only one friend in the friend group hears what your other friend said the most outrageous thing.
Yeah,
they're talking about like food plans, and one of the guys is like, He's like, bro, I want to get Chipotle. Yeah. He's like, oh, I want the double meat. And the other guy's like, I want your meat. And another friend's like, did you not just hear that? Did you not just hear that? And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, he's wilding.
Go ahead, Phil. What are you about to say?
No, it reminds me of that preseason Lamar Jackson clip where I think he's talking to Ronnie Stanley and he's just talking to him and he goes like up the sideline like that's the same energy I thought.
I'm about to expose someone in the chat. In my little friend group that I have, yeah, that person is Padone, bro. Padone is that guy, bro. He'll sneak in some weird stuff and no one will hear it. And you'll be like, yo, what'd you say? You'll be like, nothing. And then he'll unsend it in the group chat and it'll be gone. And then you look crazy. It's like, yo, man, like, yo, bro, I know you just said some wild stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, boys, it's always a pleasure. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another episode of D&E Takeover. We love y'all. We really do appreciate everything that you guys do for us. And make sure that if you haven't done already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and share the show to everyone that you know. Yeah, Phil, like we always say, it's a pleasure. It's an honor having you on the show. We got to make an appearance on your show sometime. And
for real. Yeah. Has that happened yet? Are we tripping?
Hasn't yet. No, hasn't happened
what is
yet.
going on?
We got to do that.
NFL season starts in 2 months, boys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's going to happen this year.
Yeah,
that's going to happen before 2027, bro.
And clinical will be done in August, so we'll have time.
Yeah.
Nice.
But Phil, seriously, appreciate you. Love you. Thank you for popping on, dude.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and nothing else. Phil, you want to plug out your channel real quick?
Yeah, it's Primetime with Phil. You know, we got it over on YouTube. We got it on Instagram. We're on TikTok now, guys. Like,
hey,
double-digit followers. Come on in and blow it up. Primetime with Phil, baby. YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Just type that in. You're gonna find me.
Let's go. There we go. You heard it there first, ladies and gentlemen. And if you haven't subscribed to our podcast, make sure you hit him down below. He said have him on. Jason, have him on for a rank EP. Episode would be crazy.
Just make sure we know what we're ranking though.
Yeah.
Tier list episode. That could I'll get a list of things.
I'm not going to cap. I might get destroyed for this, but I haven't watched a single episode of a regular show. Like I've never seen it. David, have you seen it? No way you've seen it either.
Wow.
I've never watched a regular show.
Wow.
The one show that I do want to watch, that I do want to binge, is Rick and Morty. I haven't gotten around to it.
I never watched it.
I've never watched Rick and Morty, but I want to watch Rick and Morty. Like I've been having I've been seeing clips of it like constantly. I'm like, I need to watch that, bro. Looks like a good show.
Fair enough. All right, boys.
But yeah.
It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor.
Yeah. One final note about that, though. I had my friends. We also do like my buddies out from college. We do like tier lists. We put it up on like the giant TV. It's like, all right, we're gonna tier list these characters, and we wouldn't do it based on like how we thought they were funny or anything. We just do it by like, all right, let's look at these characters from say like regular show. Who's the most racist person here? And then we tier list.
Dude, definitely Pops.
Dude, but like I was like, like Pops is definitely ripping slurs and he's outside. Like he's doing something. Like he's doing some wild stuff. So when we do that, we do it like who drinks the most? Like who are we including in like the dream rotation, like those kind of tiers. It was so fun.
Bro, we're down. That sounds fun.
Yeah, for real. Really quick, also wanted to shout out to he couldn't be here today, but shout out to our boy Tav too, man. Miss Tav.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's been after hours, but I mean, listen, I heard he had a lady coming over later.
Whoa!
Some wine was mentioning something about like he was on phone call. He was like, "Oh, we doing like red or white?" And I was like, "Bro, you gotta go red. Like, what are you doing?" Like, I didn't say that, but I was like in my head, I was like, "You gotta go red." I don't mean to put him on blast like that, but
Hey Tab, if you seen it, Tab, the perfect date would have been have her over and then watch the podcast, bro. What?
Yeah, maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's lurking in the background. Maybe it's like like, hey,
Tab, you watch
this really good podcast.
If he's watching this right now, Tab, like, props to you, my man. Props to you, bro. Props to you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Marcus says Eric watches Basketball Wives, so you can rank those. Eric, you did?
No, I don't. What? No.
Bro, you watched that show? Damn.
Heck no. I don't know Basketball Wives.
Jay said Muscle Man and Pops definitely have meetings. Yeah.
Oh my God. You know who else?
Oh my God.
Half a lady, wine, and some cheese. This is a Little Dicky song. No, this is real life. This is real life.
Little lady coming, little lady friend.
All right, boys. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Phil, thank you for popping on. Really
Yeah,
do
for real.
appreciate you. Yeah, guys. Without further ado, you heard Phil's handle before. You know our handle. If you haven't done already, make sure you like this video, subscribe if you're new, share to everyone you know. Appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys are the best. And without further ado, episode 451, damn, is officially checked off. Enjoy the weekend. Let everybody stay safe. And Phil, are you on tomorrow?
I am on tomorrow.
Yeah. So tune in
Okay.
tomorrow. There you go. Cool.
Oh.
Boys, it's been a pleasure. It's been your boy David.
It's been your boy Eric.
And it's been your boy Phil.
There we go. We got it. Remember the
Yes,
first time we did that?
sir!
They were like,
Let's go.
what
4
was
times
that?
the charm.
Say your name. Say your name. We're back. Boys, a pleasure. Nice meeting up with y'all. And yeah, we'll be back. Thank you guys. Enjoy. Peace.
Peace.